It's Week 10 of the NFL, and we've got C.J. Stroud. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. The action is only moments away on Sunday Night Primetime.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams in this one going in the right direction. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Greg, both these squads come in off winning streaks. Something's going to have to give, but you love having that momentum coming into a game like this.
And absolutely right, Mike. And on top of it, if you're the home team today playing in front of your home crowd, not only are you coming off this win streak and bringing this momentum into another home game, but you get the energy, you get the excitement of your crowd who's also riding this wave of winning football. But on the other sideline, you've got a hungry, hot road team that's looking in saying, all right, if you don't take us serious today, we're going to try to extend our winning streak of our own and get back onto this plane and go home with another win under our belt.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
It's not so much that he was able to throw for over 400 yards in last week's game, Mike, but it's the fact that he made it look so easy. Every time he touched the ball, it seemed like they were just up and down the field with very little resistance. And he doesn't necessarily have to repeat that type of production this week, but it certainly wouldn't hurt their chances of winning if he's somehow able to do so.
Defense. Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. To throw, it's Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
Already.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Look the hot, look the hot. Already. Why Tony? Hey, south.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Hey, uno more. Here we go. 11.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He will let this go deep downfield for Dell. And he will go all the way. Take Dell for the touchdown. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Terrific way to start this one, Greg, on the opening drive. getting the ball in the air, down the field, and into the end zone for 6.
We wondered all week, Mike, if this secondary would get tested, especially as the game progressed. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. I mean, a big play early, and we got ourselves a 6-0 ball game.
Fairbairn good on the point after. And his guys will take a 7-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Lions, led by Jared Goff, chanting his name during the playoffs in 2023 in Detroit. Far cry from the trade from the Rams to the Lions, second in the league in passing a season ago.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And that is incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and that will lead to a 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. Even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Williams in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's gone. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Bates' kick is good. And the Lions are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The home team's offense, and C.J. Stroud ready to get to work once more. And as we move into the second half of the season, he continues to put up the big numbers. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November.
Nike Texas. Hey, uno. Buggy. Look to high.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. A throw left side finds Dell. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, south. On the quick, right? Drop to the right.
Schultz is the motion man.
Drop to the right. Hey, Uno Mars. 11.
On second down, Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Diggs.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. Working his way open, that's Schultz. It's a pickup of 12. That's enough for a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
First carry for Joe Mixon. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down. From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his man, complete to Dell. And he's out of bounds, mark him down right at the 10-yard line. A big play on that one. 45 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's first and goal. They'll run here with Mixon. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on first and goal. Here now, second down and goal. Again, it'll be Mixon. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Joe Mixon has a touchdown. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and his guys extend their advantage to 14-3. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. It'll come out to the 30. The Lions offense ready to take over for their second possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with first and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Goff.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. First and 10 now from the 36.
Here we go.
On the bootleg, it's Stroud. And he thought about throwing it away, but he can't get rid of it, and that's going to go down as a sack. So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. Plenty of scoring already. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They'll go play action with Stroud. Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Here's Mixon. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
Already.
On 2nd down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
Already.
They look to run with Mixon. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Joe Mixon for the score. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Fairbairn, good on the point after. And his guys move out to a 21-3 advantage. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Williams in motion. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Quickly to Laporta on the RPO. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
3rd down and 9. Goff to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball, winning on 3rd downs.
And he will get into the end zone. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Stroud. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. And this will be incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for. And it's going to be 3rd down. To throw is Stroud. He's going to look downfield once again. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And it's going to be 4th down. We're about ready now for the punt. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. This fielded inside the 35. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing, Goff. This one caught by Patrick.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Goff gives it to Gibbs. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
To the right side, that's St. Brown. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On first down, it's Goff. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down. To throw is Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. A dive, and he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Bates now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions are back within 4. It's 21-17. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins.
Pass interference. Defense.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Stroud to throw. He's got it inside the 5. And he's going to be brought down. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Back to throw. Stroud. That is caught side of the end zone. Touchdown. Some play by the quarterback. He got flushed by the rush, but Greg made the right choice and ends up with a touchdown pass.
The question always is for these quarterbacks, Mike, in this situation, how long does he remain a passer, or then does he just tuck it down and become a runner? I think he does this perfectly, extends the play as long as possible, gives time for his receiver to uncover, and results in a touchdown.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and his guys add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll start out first down and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and
the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they're going to play it safe with a run. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and a big tight end momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Lamar Jackson, another strong game as his guys moved to 9-1 on the season. From there, it's off to Chicago. Check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Caleb Williams, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, on Monday Night Football on 11-11, Dolphins and Rams from SoFi in L.A. It was Joe Mixon who had it working in the first half. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Here comes a return from the 3. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown set for this next possession. He's right there in contention for the most receiving yards by a wideout this year, currently ranked second in the NFL. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get about 4 to the 29. Here's 2nd and 6. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Throwing on 2nd. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Goff. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This is taken at his own 30. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's go.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Here's a give running left with Mixon. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. 2nd and a yard.
Look the high, look the high. Why Tony?
From the gun, here's Stroud. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. And he's into the end zone. Nico Collins for the touchdown.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense back onto the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 2nd down, Goff. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Out of the shotgun, it's gone. And that is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All three incompletions, and now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
This is taken at the 25. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. This team's offense ready to take over once again. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
A short throw pulled in by Schultz. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
On second down, Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Dell.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the third, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Oh, ready.
They'll run with Mixon. And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Oh, ready.
And here's the first carry for the power back, Dameon Pierce. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Second down and 8.
Oh, ready.
At the 32-yard line.
Now, Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And he will score. Nico Collins has a touchdown. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Fairbairn good on the point after. And his guys will extend this third quarter lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Williams in motion. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Quick throw, taken in. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And this comes up with it. And this defense will take over here following the interception.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
On the quick, right?
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
11. 19 taxi.
Here's Stroud. And he gets that one complete to Collins. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. And that last throw not going to count for much in the grand scheme of things, but it does move him over 3,000 yards passing for the season. On 1st down, it's Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Oh, right.
They will work the middle with Mixon. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Here comes 3rd and 6.
Oh, right.
Schultz is the motion man. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. The spot is at their own 49, making this a 61-yard attempt. That is not going to do it. Tried to bite off a lot with that one. It's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. Goff to throw, and he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Catch number 7 so far in this one, and a first down. Here's Goff. To the goal line and in. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions are able to edge a bit closer. Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive.
12.
On the handoff, running left, it's Mixon. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to Mixon. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. 3rd down, 3 to go.
Here we go. Bucky.
from the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. To the left side, and caught by Schultz. And he's going to be taken down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
To throw, it's Stroud. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Takedown for the score. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He gets it to go, and his guys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good, but see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. From the gun, it's Goff. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Goff. That's over the middle, taken in by Laporta. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
After that 1st down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable. And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense. You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
1st and 10.
Oh, ready? Robin.
A run here with Mixon. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now an injury timeout, and it looks like it's Stephon Diggs. who's having an issue.
Look the hot, look the hot.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got a receiver, that's Woods. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
What's the old saying, Mike? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And at this point, there's just really no reason to not just continue to target him. He's been running free all game long, and you can see the numbers. They bear that out. It's evident right from the start that they were going to look his way early and often, and I think it turned out to be a pretty good game plan.
To throw is Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On 2nd down, Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And that is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the pass. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. The Lions will punt this ball away. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. So the fans going to head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.